We have another question that came in, and remember, you can always send me questions via all of my social media channels. This question is about my elbow injury in 1992. So for those that don't know, in 1992, March 31st to be exact, I did an uneven bar dismount, a very easy one, and I pulled into the bar, ended up landing wrong on my arms, and broke and dislocated my left elbow. This was just a few months prior to the 1992 Olympic Games. I always have the best timing with injuries. And that night, I was in surgery. I had a screw put into my elbow to hold the bone together. And the question that came in was, do I still have the screw, the pin in my elbow, or has it been out, and do I have any issues? No, I really don't have any issues. The pin was actually taken out the November after the Olympic Games in 1992. I did make the team, and I came home with some medals, which was really awesome. Made it all worthwhile. But I had the pin taken out because it was catching a little bit, and I never had any other issues with my elbow. So that's a really good thing. But it was a tough time. It was kind of that one moment in time where you think all of your dreams have been shattered in that one instant with that one slip. And I really had to rely on my faith and dig deep, and I count that as a true turning point in my career, and it's something I look back to often when I face challenges in life, because it was a point in my career where I had to make that decision. Was I going to sit on the sidelines? Was I going to feel sorry for myself? Was I going to mope around, or was I going to fight back? Did I really, really want to make that team? And I decided yes, I want this more than anything, and I will do everything in my power to make it possible. And at least if I didn't make the team, then I knew that I did everything that I could. And I was fortunate enough to make the team. But I think it's important to remember with injuries also, and I've probably covered this in a previous video, but it's important with injuries. You know, if you injure your left elbow, that doesn't mean that you can't do anything. You can still work your stretching and your conditioning, a lot of skills that you can do working around the injury. And I think that's really, really important, because you don't want to re-injure something, but you also don't want to injure something else. So if I'm compensating for my elbow, I don't want to sprain an ankle. So it's important to really keep up with your full body workout as much as possible, and also realize that it can kind of help you in some ways. For me, I think it made me a better gymnast, because my difficult areas, the areas where I really needed to work hard, were conditioning and flexibility. Those were not things that came natural to me. So for me to be forced to work on those things while everyone else was training routines, not only did it make me hungrier to compete and to get back out there and train those routines, but I had to do 6 hours of conditioning instead of routines and conditioning. So it made me a better athlete. And in the end, you have to look at the positive. And not in every injury is something that's easy to get over. So you have to really take into account what your physicians are saying, what your coach is saying, your parents, how you feel, and you have to make that decision of whether or not it's worth it. And sometimes it is, and frankly, sometimes it isn't. In 2000, when I injured my knee, at that point I decided it wasn't worth punching off my knee and not being sure that I wouldn't be able to actually punch, risk landing on my neck. That is not something I was going to consider. So that was a time when I needed to say, no, I'm going to stop right now. And so you have to know your body. Listen to those around you, but you know your body best. You know when you're pushing through pain, and it's okay. It's not something that's going to get worse. But you also know when there's serious risk of a further injury. And that's when you need to say, you know what? I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to take 2 steps back, because then I'm going to come back stronger than ever. Thanks so much for watching, and of course you can watch more videos below. And if you have a question for me, make sure to tweet me at ShannonMiller96 with the hashtag Shannon's Take. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll get all of the answers to all of your questions. See you next time.